Hello, welcome to my political life video blog. Did you know I'm wondering? I'm sitting in this chair. This I'm the king. You think I'm a king? I am. You know what I'm saying. But anyways, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Here's give you the good news and the bad news. First of all, the good news is, according to theblaze.com, it's gonna be official. Wow. You know what that means? Because last Saturday, because you know what, and that means over the weekend, that the Senate confirms that Brett Kavanaugh is going to be, you guessed it, the Supreme Court with a historical vote. Oh yeah, I'm surprised. And you know why? Because everything else keeps it civilized. That's why he is the Supreme Court Justice. And I meant to tell you this. It's going to be after contagious battles in Washington, D.C., because with a numerous last-minute and unsubstantial allegations of sexual misconduct. And that's why the U.S. Senate tried to prove that Kavanaugh's nomination could be a narrow vote and that fell down the party lines. And that's... So here's the details. Because amid the outcries, you guess the protesters. Get inside the bad news just a minute. Second. So that is Vice President Mike Pence ordered the Senate clerk to become calling the vote. And you know why? And I'm going to tell you this. Because the nominations could be 48 against. Yes. Nomination, it says walk down the aisle. And that means Senator Joe Manchin, it's about time someone wants to say something. Because you're the only one Democratic guy to vote in favor of Kavanaugh. It's about time. It's about time you do something very right. Very, very right. And what about Susan Collins? Yes, that's right. Susan Collins did the right thing. And that's why she is voting for Kavanaugh. Oh, boy. It's going to be cool. And what about Mitch McConnell? I did an interview Mitch McConnell last Friday on the Blaze Newswire. And you know why? Because that's why he thanked the Democratic tactics for pushing Kavanaugh across the finish line. And that's why Mitch told this, according to the Washington Post, because it was a great gift. It's a political gift for us. For us, because the breaking news, will be confirmed from now on. Trust me about that. As well. And that is, you know why. You know why? Because... know why? Because anyone can be civilized about this one, and that is... this is going to be huge. Because that's why he's sworn in as Supreme Court Justice. Hours after hours. Could be a 50-48 votes. Confirmed vote by the Senate. And you know why? And you know why? Because it has to happen late last Saturday. And that's why published reports, well, it's going to be outrageous. It's going to be cool. That's the good news. Now, the bad news is, you get this, 1,000 protesters has been showed up inside the Capitol steps and chanting, "November is coming." Oh no! According to Fox News. Fox News. So that's why the Democrats are. Oh boy. Yes, that's right. And according to Tom Perez, said in a huge statement, the American people is raising their voices to defeat a to a defeating roar today. And we will not stop marching. And we will not stop fighting. We will vote Election Day leaders for our share value. What does that make you, Mr. Perez? What does that make you? Want to trash us? No, it's not going to work. Well, what about Nancy Pelosi? As far as we're concerned. Get this. Here's what she says. She says that heartbreaking day for women, girls, and families across America. That's why she's filing a Freedom of Information Act to request a review documents surrounding the FBI investigations into a sexual assault against No. You're wrong. Mitch McConnell says to you, Democratic buffoons, and you, that goes for you too, Diane Einstein. Mitch McConnell says to you, all of you stupid Democrats, it's a good day for America. An important day for the Senate. And that's why we stood up for the presumptuous of innocence. And that's why we refuse to intimidated by the mob. And mob of you coming after us members at their homes and hallways. Hallways. And you know why? Because everything else can be civilized about this one. So be it. Now, what about Lisa Murkowski? Says no. Yes. Because Kavanaugh says, here's Kavanaugh's confirmation. Is not likely to stop liberals from plotting his impeachment. No, you cannot impeach this. Because even though to impeach Kavanaugh like this, you're wrong. The Democratic lawmakers of this, you guessed it, the prominent is pledging to reopen and investigate. No, has nothing to do with it. NBC News wrote this piece. Calls for his ouster speak to the fury felt by the liberal base. Oh, really? But guess what? Back in 1804, Samuel Chase was impeached but the Senate acquitted him, and he remained on the bench, according to the report. And now can be civilized, and that is why you liberals have no objection whatsoever, and you cannot impeach this at all. Simple as that. So be it. Now, according to DC Caller, the anti-protesters ask if he should be, yeah, you guessed it, given the due process. And there the answers are very scary. You protesters have no objection, because the bedrock of this justice system is due process. And the anti-Trump protesters, and so is the anti-Kavanaugh protesters, are yeah. Because everybody deserves due process. So what did they say about this one? Listen to this. From, you guessed it, Benny Johnson from the Daily Caller says this is a huge statement, and you ought to know why, because everything else can be civilized. I want you to take a look and listen to this. Because just listen to this.
Proven guilty. Do you think those rules apply here?
Innocent until proven guilty for him? No, absolutely not. He's guilty all the way. Guilty, guilty, guilty.
Due process, the presumption of innocence, these are protected by the Constitution. However, do they apply to the nomination of Brett Kavanaugh? There have been a lot of protesters here the last couple days. I asked them. There's some right there. This is something like innocent until proven guilty, like in a courtroom. What do you guys think of that?
It's not. It's because I've heard that a lot too, like he's innocent until proven guilty, but then I'm reminding people that's in a court of law, which this is not a court of law.
As far as innocent until proven guilty, I mean, what do you think about that in this scenario?
Well, it's not about innocent until proven guilty. Yes, he is innocent until proven guilty, but that's not what this is. It's not a court. This is a job interview.
Yes, innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Yeah, but not in this case.
Not in this case.
Like, innocent until proven guilty apply here.
I want to believe it, but his behavior is kind of contrary to that.
I feel like it would
laugh until it hurts. Laugh.
But now they're kind of leaving it in the hands of the public.
And not to mention, like, it's more suspicious that they didn't do an actual investigation. If he's innocent, then why didn't they actually do something
like
more
go
thorough?
through with the go through with the investigation, and then the innocent until proven guilty will stand because it's an actual investigation. Leave it up to the authorities. But instead, they're taking their chances with the public.
So innocent until proven guilty, does that apply here or no?
But see, the thing is, it's not about innocent until proven guilty. It's about he will not stay still long enough and take responsibility for what has happened already. And it's not, and when the Senate refuses to allow the FBI to investigate him, then it's just sham. It's a total freaking sham.
They're letting him be innocent until proven guilty. What about not
Her.
the board?
Right.
I mean, hello, there's two people involved here. Why isn't she extended the same rights and privileges and courtesy that he's been given?
Do you think that Kavanaugh deserves due process, or is this different from?
He don't need to be in this office.
In terms of him deserving, like, due process?
So you think as everybody else gives their lives? All those anti-Trump, anti-Kavanaugh protesters. Yeah, it's so stupid. Let me put this in right for you. Kavanaugh is not guilty. Seriously. Brett Kavanaugh is not guilty. You people, you Democratic stupid liberals, and the Democratic idiot buffoons, especially Dianne Einstein does. And what about those anti-Trump or anti-Trump / Kavanaugh protesters? There's no way to do this. You cannot do that. Cannot do this. This is a historical day for Brett Kavanaugh. And why? Because all of you idiots don't even get it. Because how do we feel about this? Because your answers are such hogwash. Brett Kavanaugh is a conservative guy. He's studying as a judge, the Supreme Court judge. And you know why? You standing out there, you all, and especially Amy Schumer, as far as we're concerned, that is dumb. And you know why? Because President Trump slams the door on this. Kind of a you-know-who. Especially if Chuck Todd drops a major admission on Michael Avenatti's role of dumb. This is so stupid. And that is why. That is why it's ridiculous. Because the rules doesn't apply at all. And I bet Trump predicts that you, Senator Murkowski, you wouldn't recover, haven't you? Haven't you? And all that. All you think about is impeaching Kavanaugh and time like this. No, that's not how the system works. As far as we're concerned. What if Cory Booker immediately after voting against Brett Kavanaugh's isn't my thing is so I'll tell you one thing is it's so wishy-washy about Spartacus moment. That is not how it works at all. But what about Christine Ford's guilty conscience? And that is bad taste. But here's my observation for you. Seriously, what is the observation about this one? A Democratic senator tried to question Kavanaugh about boofing gets ironic in this political dumb. Oh, dumb. Ridiculous. That is so dumb at all. Could be a gas bag. Listen to this.
Have you, I don't know if it's buffed or boofed. How do you pronounce that?
That refers to flatulence. We were 16.
Okay.
We want to talk about flatulence at age 16 on a yearbook page. I'm game.
With all the world watching, Senator Whitehouse asks about flatulence. What an embarrassment for Rhode Island. Let's elect a problem solver, not a gas bag.
I'm Bob Flanders, and I approve this message.
You see, I told you. This is so pathetic. This is so pathetic. And that is dumb. But here's my observation for you. President Trump says to the people who made false accusations on Kavanaugh and should be held liable. It is so absurd to me. It concerns this about this one. Because I will make this short. Because the moral of my political life video blog story is this. Is this from President Trump. And listen to this.
President, thanks for getting back to us.
Dean.
Hi. Okay, so let's get right to it.
How is your reception now, Janine? They had a security tiny group of people. I just left tens of thousands of people in Kansas, and you know it's amazing what's going in the country. Vietnam and a terrible man is a very, very outstanding person, and in the phenomenal Supreme Court justice. Very unfair to him, if you think about it. He's a highly respected man. What the Democrats did was disgraceful. These things happened that just came out of the wind. There was no corroboration. There was no anything, Janine. This is a high-quality, brilliant man. He'll be a phenomenal Supreme Court justice. And it was my honor to stick. And I know that. A lot of people told me that. They said, well, we'll switch. You'll never get anybody like this. This is a very, very outstanding person and individual with an incredible family. And it would have been very unfair to him. What they did was disgraceful. What the Democrats did, and you saw that group.
And so it's anti-Trump. So it's anti-Kavanaugh protesters are.
A terrible mayor of Newark, New Jersey, Cory Booker, and you know the whole group, Dianne Feinstein, who, in my opinion, leaked the papers. It was terrible what was happening and what was happening. Very unfair. So I did stick to me, yes, and I'm very happy.
Now you see. President Trump is right. Interviewing last Saturday's episode with Just Janine on my television show last Saturday night on Fox. And you want to know why? Because all of you Democrats and all of you anti-Kavanaugh protesters should be ashamed of yourselves. Don't you think you owe Kavanaugh an apology from now on? You never will, haven't you? Kavanaugh does the right thing. He tells the truth and nothing but the truth. So help us God. And he's also knows the Constitution very well. And he knows all the Supreme Court judges can be out there doing the right thing and doing good. Because we us conservatives and the Republicans does the right thing, as far as we're concerned. So, my warning advice to all of you Democrat idiotic creeps, and so it's anti-Trump / Kavanaugh protesters, and so it's the stupid liberals that you just pulled a rabbit out of their hats for tricks. Sorry, tricks are for kids. And please, pick somebody your own darn size. For God's sakes. If you do that again, we as conservatives and the Republicans will impeaching all of you. Do something very stupid. By the way, congratulations to Brett Kavanaugh, who has confirmed. Thank you. And thank you, President Trump. You too, Judge Janine, for interviewing, you guessed it, President Trump. And as for you, Democrats, get out of here and hit the road and don't come back. That's all I can say. And that's my political life video blog story. And I'm sticking to it.